Like a lot of guys, they think that they can come to the gym, not train to failure, and they'll wonder why they're looking the same. You know, you can eat right, you can sleep right, and train right, sure. But if there's no failure, if there's no stress on the body, how are you expecting it to adapt? You know, I'm not saying you have to be in the gym for 4 or 5 hours, but I'm just saying you need to be able to push yourself to the point where your body physically breaks to build itself back. And I could never live with myself knowing when I'm older that I was lazy, that I couldn't say to my grandkids that's when I looked good, you know. I've always thought, like, in my head, that I want to be the best that I can be. And if there's somebody out there and, you know, you've just started a gym, or maybe I'm reaching to just one person, you know, and I mean one person because I feel like I'm very lonely, you know, in the sense of being a bodybuilder is really hard. I have a very strict mindset, you know, it's not easy. And guys, like, you know, like I said, like, it's funny that people watch the video, how to know when you're a body, but you just know that you're different. And I want to find, even if it's just one person on my channel or on my TikTok, anywhere, just one person that can relate to me and build that community. So I want to find that one person, and that's all it is, that one guy or woman that is literally just like, bodybuilding is their life, and they understand what I'm saying and the messages that I'm trying to preach. I want everyone, and I mean this, like, I mean this with all of my heart. I want everyone who watches my videos, or who even just likes, or even just, like, I don't know, comments something stupid. Like, I want you all to literally be massive. Like, it is in my head when I look at somebody across the street, you know, when you're a bodybuilder and when you go to the gym and it's your life, you can look at somebody and see broad shoulders, the small waist, the low insert and lats, the good bicep, and these people are just walking past you on the street, but you already have an insight into their potential. It's a bit like X-ray vision, you know. And whenever I see people commenting things that make me feel good, that make me feel like I've done something, you know, somebody says, "Oh, you look big," or you know, it really makes me feel happy, but it's not enough for me. In that sense, that's why I'm coming to the gym. But I also see so many people say, like, oh, you know, about genetics, and it doesn't matter. I mean, I wanted to say to somebody, if you're still watching this at this point, if I can be this tall, this thin, shoulder-wise, and grow the amount of muscle that I have, I'm not very intelligent. If you can't already tell, like, my vocabulary is limited in the sense of I don't do very well in school. And my point being, anyways, if I can do this, you guys can. I mean, you have to look at me as not the worst genetics, but something that's maybe average or slightly below. And the chances are, and a lot of guys worry about their genetics, but the chances are you're going to be either average or better than average. I mean, there are always 1 or 2 people that are worse than average, and it doesn't really matter when it comes down to bodybuilding. I mean, if some people might agree that I look okay, or at least have somewhat sort of an aesthetic physique, and that's all it is. But most people are either better than average or average. There are very few people that are really, like, not really that great. And even if you're, say, 8 foot tall and you have really small shoulders, and, you know, there's something about your body that just doesn't want to put on muscle, the most beautiful thing that I think, and this really opens up my eyes, is every single person I've ever seen in my entire life has one genetic feature that is immaculate. I've never seen anybody with awful genetics. If you Google bad genetics bodybuilding, even the pictures that come up, you will still see someone there with either a good bicep insertion, with either a nice V-taper. No one is literally nobody is not buildable. And everybody has something that is absolutely, like, perfect insertion, and that is the beauty of it all. It's almost like saying to somebody, you know, you might not have the Arnold genetics, but there is something really, really impressive about your insertions. I mean, for me, because I'm an ectomorph, 9 times out of 10, it's either a good back or good arms. I mean, I'm quite lucky to say I have a decent chest insertion. It's not the best, but you can kind of see that it fairly inserts nice and close together. You know, they're a little bit, this left one here is a little bit lower than the right one, you know, and that used to really bother me. And I mean, that used to be one of my biggest insecurities. But I mean, no one, literally no one, is unsavable. And I mean, look at yourself and learn your genetics, see the beauty in your own body. That's a bit of body positivity there. Like, look at yourself and see, do you have those really good arm insertions? I mean, maybe if you're taller like me, you might have those really good arm insertions, those nice peak to your biceps. See, if you look, I hate doing biceps, but because I can't really fill them out. But you can see here, more of an egg, more of a nice peak. You can see here, a longer insertion. So these are something that where it's typically like, it's worse because they don't look exactly the same, but you have best of both worlds because you have a longer inserting bicep and a shorter but with a nice peak. So it's a bit like that. But obviously I have these very long forearms. So, but my point being, guys, there is nobody out there that doesn't have something about them that is exquisite, that is beautiful in bodybuilding, and you're actually doing yourself a disservice by not training that. You know, I see some guys that just have crazy arms and they don't even hit the gym. They just have mad arms and it's just they've come out the womb like that. And you think, wow, if you train them, and I mean like train them twice a week for the next couple of years, you know, the kind of mass that that person will be holding on their arms. Forget about the rest of their body, you know. There are guys out there with just really good arms that look incredible. There are guys out there with a massive back and a good V-taper. And when you see them walking on the street, even wearing a jacket, you can see that they're like, oh, you know, and I'm being serious. Like guys, like nobody is unsavable. And like I said, you're doing yourself a disservice by not going to your full potential and revealing the beauty of your body. I mean, whether you're religious or not, the human body is an amazing thing. And I personally believe that there is potential in all of us, you know? There is something amazing about all of us. So, guys, if you take anything from the video that I'm making, I just want you to be hitting the gym and I want you to be giving it 110%. I want you to be motivated. I don't just want you to sit there and do all of these fluffy sets and not go to failure. I don't care if you train for 40 minutes and you just give it 110%. That is better than training in there for 2 hours and not really being bothered. Okay, and forget the supplements, forget the pre-workout. If you're a beginner, start at number 1. Okay, you haven't earned the pre-workout, you haven't earned the creatine because you haven't consistently stuck to the gym. So why make something in bodybuilding? The main part of bodybuilding is taking the weight, making it harder, not powerlifting. I don't care about doing one set of 200 kilos. Cool, whatever, but you're not going to grow doing that. I'd rather do 5 kilos. Try and do 12 nice slow reps, get the time under tension and grow and feel the muscle working and tear it. I say tear it because that's not really, imagine tear it, don't literally tear it because then you're gonna have wonky pecs or biceps, whatever, but that is the core foundation of bodybuilding. Forget the weight. All these kids in here that are doing 30, 40 kg because it's cool in front of their friends, you know, they never grow and they just injure themselves at anything. And whatever the reason it is for bodybuilding, you have to think, like, take it 100% in anything you do in life. Why come here and go on your phone for half an hour? Why waste your time? Like, this is a job from a job. Like, you should always work harder in here than you do in your job. Then be careful, but in you doing your job, because your job will make you a living. But if you work hard in the gym, it will make you a fortune. Show me one person who's a billionaire or a millionaire that doesn't go to the gym. Show me, okay? And don't just bring me up some like stupid shit. Like, I mean, show me, okay? So anyways, guys, I'm gonna wrap up the video here. I hope you guys liked that, guys. Please subscribe or like my video if you enjoyed it. Or leave me a comment if you didn't really enjoy this video. I want to know what you guys want to see. I know you guys like to see the more extreme side of bodybuilding, the muscle, but in reality, there's a lot of in-depth conversation, a lot of thought process, and a lot of theory that goes with that. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.